team. We're going to stand together and fight this disease.
I've come this way before, traveled through the open door, circumstances navigated the path, and life happened all so fast. No, it got lonely sometimes, you see, I know we couldn't make it. Even when I'm off beat, I still land on my feet, and nothing can shake me, cause I know life took a hold on. I never. This is where I am destined to be. I'm not ready to give up. I believe in the miracle of life. Life's a play with no rehearsal. Learn quickly, they'll come for your role. Games get played, can't take it personal. Cause the devil is a liar. Telling you the truth, it's all in what you do, some things you gotta do, It's fight for meal, second, see the blessing in it. With much expected, much is given. When I made the living, now I'm giving back to children. Never let the power come first before your happiness, yes. You can be the best if you go the distance. Mix a little sweat with your persistence. You know that the best things are never instant. Just shine, let them see your brilliance. Get up, open up your eyes now. It's the moment of truth. Don't back me now. We're bringing it to life. Oh, for the children, it's a given. You gotta give it, be a blessing.
This my personal statement. Run the game like I'm aces. Learn to develop patience, determined to be the greatest. Yeah, bobbing and weaving, they changing up like the seasons. Indigenous to the grind, so I do it for all my people. Jabbing the competition, back up against the ropes. You fighting for recognition. I'm fighting just to promote equality where we lack it. While cancer slowing our road, I'm confident we'll make it. We focus on common goals. Yeah.
Give back, give love, giving something away. Never give up, stand tall to fight another day. 2 toes, 2 feet, I stand on the ground. I'm gonna wrestle and fight this final round. Life's a play for no rehearsal. Learn quickly, they'll come for your role. Games get played, can't take it personal. Cause the devil is a liar. It's all in what you do, some things you gotta do.
Hey. Dun, 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 dun. Woo-hoo. Song feels good tonight. What's up, Eric Gomes? Appreciate you, JP. It was JQ Birdman, KJ. What it do? Man, Nathan, J-Dub in the house. What up, Josh? OGE. Okay, you making a comeback 2 days in a row, Ryan. What's up? Patricia Helton is finally, Miss Patricia Shelton is in the building. Hopefully you and your daughter are doing fantabulous. Earn, Jordan. Hey, if you was like on TV and they said your name, the crowd would say, Earn. Every time you hit a 2-pointer, Earn. Adolfo, what it do, big homie Coop? Ace Need. Hey, that sound like a gun. Ace Need. Or it sound like one of them lines from them blaxploitation films. Ace Need. Put the 5 on the 5 and we'll make it 10. You know what I mean? Home slice. KP from KC. What it do, big homie? Cool. Josue. What up, man? What up? Eric 415. Jeff Smith. KB in the building. DOG. Across the pond. I appreciate y'all, man. Struggle boxing, man. What's up? Hey, Jermaine. Yeah, we got some North Philly news tonight, man. Let's play this trailer, man, and have fun tonight, man. Let's play this trailer and have some fun tonight. We're gonna have a good time. I said Malcolm alleged that some of Elijah's women were underage secretaries. And can you expound on that?
Yeah, well, I guess they were, because they were there. I seen them. I seen them myself. It's all true. It's all true.
Good evening, messenger. You convinced us that you were the last messenger. How many other bastard children do you have?
At least 15, man, but it's more to follow, man. Story's bigger than that. What's up, y'all? Click the link that's pinned in the comment section, man. Go watch 9 Wise. Why don't you? Love is the word. Unique Dawn in the building. She'll be in here a little later, man. You know what I'm saying? Birdman, what it do, man? Hey, so we got a lot to cover tonight, man. Hey. Oh, gosh. Man, oh man. First, let's start with Joe Biden, man. We got a lot. We got a lot of places to go tonight. Joe Biden, they having a bill that he may or may not approve, but the fact that it's it has, because it's been working, right? They say it's been working. Our tax dollars are paying for crack pipes because they want to prevent diseases. You can't make this up, man. It's all over the internet, man. Just Google it. First of all, that's entrapment. You go pick up a crack pipe, you walk around the corner, the police gonna pull you over. That's like government entrapment, man. You know what? The cops just waiting outside the facility, man. Hey, we about to get hey, that's like when they do like turn your guns in or something like that. You know what I mean? Oh man, you can't make this up, man. And this is the same guy that says rock the size of a quarter will get you 5 years. Remember that? Remember on the Senate floor, he said that? Yeah, I don't remember that. I played it a year and a half ago before. Shit, a year and a half ago going into the election. Remember that? Y'all think Democrats are your allies. They spending our tax dollars on crack pipes. That's a government program where you can go get a crack pipe to go smoke crack because we want to keep you from getting diseases. Not mind you, you're going to die from it. Not mind you, your heart is going to explode. We just want you to smoke crack by yourself. We don't want you to share. Man, we going to hell so fast, man. All this is true. I'm not making this up. Oh man, this is insane. And the crack epidemic, you know, it did great harm to my family, you know, voluntary and involuntary, so to speak. They bring the crack, and now in 2022 they give you the pipes. How cool is that? How cool is that? How cool is that if you smoke crack? The government brings the crack and they're going to supply the crack pipe. Oh, man, America got to be the greatest place to live. Now, we're not going to talk about the crime that will ensue. We're not going to talk about the family structure that it destroys. You know, now it's going to be, if you sign up for WIC, you get a crack pipe. Because obviously, if you're on WIC, you obviously smoke crack. You smoke crack, don't you? I should have had that queued for tonight's show. You smoke crack, don't you? Man, you know, I don't have a producer, you know. And but I just don't understand it. Man, I'm telling everybody that can hear my voice, stay away from the Democratic Party. I'm not telling you to go to the Republican Party. I'm telling you, stay away from the Democratic Party. Make your own decisions, but declassify yourself. I think I'm going to do that. Not think. I know I'm going to do it. I'm going to declassify myself from a Democrat. You know, my grandfather was a Democrat. That's the only reason why I stayed registered, was because of my grandfather. But it's time to go. It's time to go. Yeah, it's time to go. It's time to go. It's time to go, man. And I think we all should do this together. Because how do you spend $30 million? It's a $30 million initiative to supply crackheads with crack pipes. Man, Pookie and Ray Ray, you know what I mean? And Lil Miggy, you know, Lil Miguel. Oh, they happy tonight. Oh, man, they standing in line in the freezing cold on the East Coast. It's cold as hell, but as soon as I get that prop crack, I'm going to the moon. I'm going to be high in the motherfucker. And I ain't never coming back. God, I couldn't believe that when I saw crack pipes. So we talking about crack pipes? Crack pipes? We talking about crack pipes? Yo. And then part 2 of the show, Earl Spence. I know y'all want to talk about that. Earl Spence, Ugas, pay-per-view, August 16th. No one has picked up the fights yet, so it's probably going to be Showtime or Fox. If Fox does not pick up this fight, that tells you where they are with their financial relationship with PBC. And then 3. Did y'all hear what Sean Porter said? Did anybody? I gotta play it. I'll play it, man. But this man said Jerron Boots Ennis is overrated. Yeah, we talk about practice. You got it, Adolfo. I think it's in the Porter's blood. I'm gonna tell you how. The dad hated on me. Sean hated on Earl Spence. Sean hated on Wilder multiple times, and now he's hating on Jerron Boots Ennis. Man, I gotta play that clip for y'all. Shit. Well, I don't know if they not smoking crack, they putting something in them pipes. You smoke crack, don't you? I should have had that shit queued. My bad, y'all. That would have added so much fun. That would have added so much nostalgia to this show, you know. Well, anyways, I have what you're looking for. I got that crack right now because here is Sean Porter being Sean Porter. And like I said, Sean Porter is the biggest hater in boxing. He got to be the biggest hater in boxing. And the funny thing about it is he's the biggest hater, but he don't stand up to his dad. Gosh, I don't get it. But that's their relationship. I don't care. I just pray to God Lincoln and I don't have this type of relationship as it pertains to you got to hate on somebody to put. I don't like that. But anyways, let's listen to this.
And this is why I say he's overrated.
Crazy.
Everybody is so Boots is overrated, and this is why I say he's overrated.
Crazy.
Everybody is so hyped up on him, but he hasn't been in the ring with any world champions yet.
Well, they don't want to fight him, Sean.
Huh?
That's how it goes. They got hyped about you guys before you got
true.
That's boxing.
But I feel like it's
how you build your fighter.
And don't forget that I'm the one that said that, or one of the ones that said this dude.
Look at Sean Zettel. He's like, I ain't getting in this conversation. I got to interview Boots Ennis. Look at him. He's separating. Hey, white people clever than a motherfucker. He's like, that's on you, Negro. That's on you, Negro. Like, I got to interview Boots Ennis in about a month, maybe 2 months. I'm not in on this, Bennett. You standing alone on this. Look at the 2 white people and the 2 black people debate. Watch this shit.
This dude is the closest thing we got to Roy Jones. I've said that. I'm on record. I believe that, but at the same time,
overrated?
Because every name that you throw out and Boots is smashing, Boots is smashing. Right. Damn, like let the fight happen and say Boots smashed them, or man, that was a great fight. Boots did well, but don't blatantly Boots will smash everybody in 147 pound
Boots
division.
is basically what Earl Spence was. Earl was gonna smash you. He's gonna smash everybody.
I wasn't listening to that. I would.
Man, Hey, white people know when black people act like monkeys, don't they? Don't they know that? Hey, they like, I ain't getting into this conversation. Shit, these Negroes are buffoons. Look at these Negroes. Sean, not only do you not know how to dress, you a hater. How many more listen, y'all think I hate because y'all disagree with me. And the facts are the facts that you guys don't want to hear, right? But this man is hating on something that's 100% false. He's not overrated. We just ain't seen him step up. And you said you wasn't gonna fight him. You called him Roy Jones, but you won't fight him, but he's overrated. Make it make sense. You won't fight him, but he's overrated. Get the hell out of here, dog. And then, y'all couldn't see the white people. That's why. Oh, y'all got to see this. I got to share this. Hey, look at the two white people on there. They say, man, look at these monkeys. That's what they say. And hey, look at these monkeys. I'm not getting involved in this shit. I'm not ruining my black privilege for these Negroes. Are you kidding me? That's exactly what's going on this clip. Can y'all see it? All right, here we go. Watch this clip, dog. Wow, this shit is hilarious.
Boots is overrated, and this is why I say he's overrated.
Crazy.
Everybody is so hyped up on him, but he hasn't been in the ring with any world champions yet.
Well, that's how it goes, Sean.
Huh?
That's how it goes. They got hyped about you guys before you got
true.
Watch the white boys.
Boxing.
Watch the white boys. They
I
ain't
feel
saying
like
shit.
it's
How the hell not one of the white? I'm calling them white boys for texture for this clip. Not because I'm a R word, but anyways. It's just funny how Sean Sintel knows I'm not getting in on this. Hey, I'm not getting on this, man. You gonna fuck up my journalist career with this bullshit, Sean. Now I gotta be associated with you, Sean. It's already bad enough you don't know how to dress, and you got Sean, why are you wearing chains now? Why you got a cross on? I thought you go to church every Sunday. You're not supposed to have no graven images of Jesus Christ. What's going on, Sean? Or his dad say, Sean, what's going on? Man, let's finish playing this clip, man. This shit is hilarious, man.
That's how you build your fighter.
And don't forget that I'm the one that said that, or one of the ones that said this dude is the closest thing we got to Roy Jones. I've said that. I'm on record. I believe that, but at the same time, because every name that you throw out and Boots is smashing, Boots is smashing. Right. Damn, like let the fight happen and say Boots smashed them, or man, that was a great fight. Boots did well, but don't blatantly Boots will smash everybody in 147 pound
Boots is basically what Earl Spence was. Earl was gonna smash you. He's gonna smash everybody.
I wasn't listening to that. I wouldn't have it. Boots is overrated, and this is why I say he's overrated.
Crazy.
Everybody is so hyped up on him.
Man, can you believe this though? This is for real. This ain't fake. I'm gonna play it again at the top of the hour, but the second hour. But man, this is I sit here, and the funny thing is, here's the catch. About 5 years ago, actually, Kenny Porter came to my house, and we watched Boots in his fight together. And he said, God damn, he good. I believe it was the fight when, I don't know what fight it was, but he looked amazing. You know what I mean? And here we are, years later. Boots is overrated. Boots is unproven. You can say unproven. How the hell is he overrated? He's done everything to put himself in position to be in the conversation. You know what I mean? Man, let's have fun tonight. Man. Let's open up these phone lines, man, because I know y'all got something to say, man. And I didn't watch the fight Saturday, but y'all sent me the pictures. Y'all DM me pictures. I should have made that it's bad when Sean Porter's wearing chains now. Sean, you're not supposed to be wearing chains, man. You can't wear dad jeans and 2 chains. That don't make sense. Hey, why is Sean Porter wearing dad jeans and 2 chains, man? Come on, man. Make it make sense.
He's a clown, man.
It's over for him, man. He ain't gonna get no respect from the fighters.
Okay, Fred,
yes.
Couple things.
What's
I
up?
already told you years ago
Democrats and Republicans are the same. They're just two sides to a white supremacist coin.
Right.
I don't even take that shit seriously. They're both the same. Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump all sit down at the same dinners. Look it up. They all know each other. They hang out with each other. They're just two different sides of a coin to put us in a box and keep us there. Keep us from making money, lock us up, and make us second-class citizens. Okay? End of politics. Now, to this boxing thing, bro. You know Sean is just shooting off his mouth. He got to have something to talk about for his show, right?
Yeah.
And, you know, he's a buffoon, and Boots is ain't shit, but he won't fight him. Now, here's what pisses me off. This is why I called in primarily. This damn Crawford versus Thurman, man. That's trash. Ugas versus Spence. Trash. Okay? These are trash fights that I'm not buying. Your take. What do you think?
No, I wouldn't say that they're trash. Now, that's a stretch to say that they're trash fights. It's the fights that we don't really want. We want Spence Crawford now.
Okay, now let's cook on that. Let's cook on that. See, I let you say that.
Mm-hmm.
They are the fights we don't want. They are Al Heyman fights. They have Al Heyman written all over them. They're the guy who gives us what we don't want, but he wants to charge us premium prices for it. I'm not buying it. To me, that's the definition of a trash fight, Fred. You understand my sympathy here?
I don't know. Sympathy was used incorrectly, but I think that
no. You have to sympathize with me here.
Sympathize. No,
you sympathize with me here. I'm with you.
No.
These
I would say
these fights are fights we don't want, right? We agree on that, correct? And all I'm saying is I'm tired of it, and I'm not paying for something I don't want.
No, you have every right. You have every right, and this is why we're in the barbershop, because I think every fan should have a voice. Now, like I said in the video I just dropped, I come from the Mosley Vernon Forrest era, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think this fight has one leg on pay-per-view. Like imagine Earl Spence and Ugas sitting on the fence. Like it's one side on pay-per-view, one side on free TV. If I was Earl Spence, I would take the guarantee for this fight. The reason why I would take the guarantee for this fight is because you're fighting August 16th. Canelo is fighting May, whatever, May, the first week in May. I don't know the date. I would take the upfront guarantee because the PBC has run the pay-per-view model into the ground. Like it's like it doesn't have as much value, as much esteem, you know. So I think it's that important that Earl will have 5 to 10 million people watching this fight. And I think that is more important than the extra million. I think he
just
should,
like I did pay for this Thurman Barrios fight. I'm not paying for Thurman Crawford, and I'm not paying for Spence Ugas.
That's fair,
because these are fights that should not be made.
Yeah, I do. I will not digress, but I will add that in realistic terms, this fight makes sense because of
in what alternate universe does this fight make sense?
No. Here's what I'm saying. Here's what I mean by makes sense. Makes sense in terms of collecting the belts. So if you're on the Earl train and you're like a diehard boxing fan that believes in the belts and the unification and undisputed and undefeated, you can accept that, oh, he's going to collect the belt, and obviously now he's going to fight Terrence Crawford next. Now, what we can do is set the precedent because the fight is already announced, right? Now, I think every media company, every fan needs to say the winner of Spence Ugas gotta fight Crawford.
Okay, let me tell you why I'm not buying these fights, and then I'll open up the lines.
Sure.
Listen, Ugas does not sell. He's boring. We already know this.
Yeah, he is.
We, the fans, want to see Crawford Spence. That's an exciting fight, and it is a unification fight. Okay? We do not want to see a unification fight where the person is boring and does not sell. How many times are you going to put this guy up? You're already having financial trouble, so what do? You keep throwing Ugas up. Okay? That's not going to help you. We didn't buy his last fight. We're not going to buy this one. Okay? Barrios Thurman was a joke. Again, you're having financial problems. That fight did not do well. And then what are you going to do? You're going to offer Thurman up again? Thurman should have retired himself after that Barrios fight because Crawford's going to do it for him. Yeah. And we can just watch that on the highlights. Do I really need to pay $75 to see Crawford whoop his ass?
Now, I will say, no, I will, like for real. I would say that in reality, Crawford Thurman is a pay-per-view fight. Like I would say that. Like if you want me to be directly honest with you, do I want the fight? No, I don't want the fight at all. 0%. No parts of me wants that fight. I want Spence.
Shout
Crawford.
out to Kyle. Kyle saw this coming. I wish Kyle would have came in. Kyle, when you come in later, bro, you were dead right. This is dog shit. Nobody wants to see Ugas. Nobody wants to see Thurman. Period. Thurman looked like shit in that Barrios fight. Okay, Ugas looked like shit fighting Pacquiao.
Did he?
And we don't want to see these guys, Fred.
Now, see, Ugas doesn't tantalize your imagination, right? He doesn't speak English. He's an ABCD fighter. You know, he's not. You know, he's not going to get the knockout per se. So he's not like that glamorous type of fighter that you would want. But once the bell goes ding ding, it's going to be like a pay-per-view level fight. Now, the promotion of it, I mean, good luck with that shit. I agree with that. Like Ugas and Earl don't tantalize you like in terms of building the pay-per-view.
And I used to like Earl. Earl is not my man anymore. He let us down against the Pacquiao fight for whatever reason. I didn't like the hokiness and shit that was played during that fight. Okay? And I don't like the fact that he's not fighting Crawford. Okay? So I'm done with boxing, bro. I'm just going to sit back on the sidelines and I'm not buying none of this shit.
Well, make sure you tune into the shop. Make sure you come in here and be the first caller every night.
Oh, of course.
The Blazers,
I will. And like I said, Kyle, if you're listening, brother, you was right. They trying to feed us dog shit, bro, with some syrup on it. And on that note, I'm out.
Appreciate you.
Keep up the good work, Fred. Later.
Yeah, I mean, once the bell go ding ding, I think it's a hell of a fight. I really think it's a hell of a fight. No lie. No B. I wouldn't lie to y'all. I don't, as much as I respect Earl, if this was a 0% pay-per-view fight, I'd be like, Earl, take the guarantee. This shit ain't no pay-per-view fight. But I think it's right there. I think it's like right there. Because the build-up is gonna be, what's up, 305? In my city.
What's happening, Fred? What's going down, man? Keep us entertained out here on the night shift.
How you been, man? How you been?
Good, man. I've been listening in the background. I got a different perspective about all this. I want to get your opinion on something because this is my opinion about these belts and these records and stuff. Why do we hold these records and these belts so important in the context of, like, if you look at the great white hopes like the Rocky Marciano, where he ain't lose no fight back in the mob days, where everybody know all that shit was fixed, and nobody never says anything about that. Why now, when there's so much entertainment, where you got to keep people's eyes on it, why is it so important to get these belts?
I think for me now, I don't value it. You know, I've grown to say I think fighters should go get the best fights possible that makes the most money. If I was Earl, if I was talking to her, I'd be like, man, fuck that undisputed shit. Go fight Terrence Crawford and maybe fight him twice and get all the money. Because at the end of the day, you still got the belts. People still gonna call you champ for the rest of your life. People don't call you undisputed champ for the rest. I mean, I know but it's like having your PhD, your what's it called, the undisputed, and that's what he wants. So if I get it though, I get it because it has so much precedence to it. Floyd never did it, you know, for financial reasons, and I respect that. But I'm speaking from a pragmatic. I'm speaking from a pragmatic person. I would not go for the belts. I would go for the money. I would go for the legacy.
Right.
I would want to please my fans. You know, I would want to not even just my fans, but just boxing. And
Right.
hopefully it does happen.
Right, and that's where I'm trying to get to too. Like I think we're in a different age, right? And that belt, it doesn't symbolize what it used to symbolize. They watered that down, and most of the real boxing fans kind of know what's going on. Because look at even that whole saga with Tyson Fury, where he had to be sued to go to court. Like, in what world does a heavyweight champion have to be sued to fight a rematch? What does that happen? What does that happen? And you never heard ESPN or any of those big media broadcasts dog walk him about that. So, like, we put too much, to me, in my personal opinion, I think we put too much value on things that don't need to be valued, that really don't hold the value on. Because, like, when we go to our jobs every day and they want to say, for instance, give you a medal or a trophy for coming to work every day, and you've been to work and you ain't took a day off for 15 years, like, but you missed all your damn son's basketball or football games and graduations and all that. What the hell good is that trophy? You see what I'm saying? And it, to me, will be the same thing with that trophy. Right. The path to get that trophy, sometimes you're gonna lose some people along the way trying to get that trophy. At what cost? That's all I would say. And then we as fans, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna get off. I think we as fans, we got to make a determination of what do we really want. Is the belt really that damn important? You know, because Mauricio Sudamar and them, they've been on some bullshit for the last couple of years. So you can't have the belt and put it shit. That's my call, Fred. I appreciate you, man. Keep the show going.
No, I appreciate you, man. Yeah, I don't value the belts in 2022. And that's what I was trying to explain to the Haneys. Like, stop chasing those belts, man. The business of boxing ain't going to support you. But, you know what I mean? I'm going to be right in a month, maybe in a couple of weeks when they announce George Kambosos' fight. And Devin Haney's going to be a man in an empty suit. You know what I mean? He said, "Fred said y'all." No, I did. No, I was actually looking for something for the show. That's what I was looking. And you funny though. That's funny as hell. 240. What's up? I got to.
Hey, what's going on, Fred? Hey, can you hear me?
Very well. Who this?
Nah, it's a new caller. I called in. I've been watching you for a couple months.
Oh, that's love. Tell us your name so I can give you the key to the crib.
Okay, Bamencio, BAMENCIO.
Oh man, welcome to the show, man.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show, dog.
Yeah, for sure.
What's up?
For sure. I know. I follow Malik Scott on IG, and I think he spoke about you a couple of times.
Oh,
we get like recommendation a couple months ago, and ever since then, I was.
Tell him I said thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate your work in the down in LA. You know what I mean?
Right.
You really complex. You down to earth, and you really complex with a lot of times we meet a lot of people where they're only expertise in one or two things. You seem like you level-headed in a lot of topics and subjects, and I enjoyed listening to your
thank
your
you.
content.
That's love, man. I appreciate
it. Hey, but
I'm grateful.
I got a few things.
Oh shit, nigga said a few. Nigga said a few. Nigga said a few. That's like telling somebody you're gonna be here in 7 minutes.
Nah, listen, it's like two things. Hey, but I'm gonna keep it under like 3 minutes.
Go ahead, you good, man. What's up?
Hey, the funniest thing, bro, I ain't gonna lie. The funniest episode you had were I think it kind of it propelled you to different levels where you had Dr. Wesley Muhammad on your show.
Yeah, Wesley Muhammad.
Hey man, listen, I can't listen. I respect him. He's educated. He's doing his thing. Hey, but I honestly think something with his whole little thing beef he got with Malcolm X. If I'm not mistaken, he's the one going around saying that Malcolm was a homosexual.
Yeah, he did say that. Him and the black guy. I forget the black guy. What's his name? He used to be on CNN.
Man, listen, man. I know exactly the name on top of my head.
Yeah.
Hey, but look, I can go on for days about my cousin's in the NOI, and he spent a lot of time in prison. He came out. He's definitely in. He's definitely one of them brothers, and I can't explain to him. I can't really debate with him about it because I know how much he's changed and become righteous.
Yeah.
But I definitely do have strong opinions like you.
Yeah.
But anyway, besides the Dr. Wesley Muhammad, hey, I'm gonna tell you right now what's wrong with boxing. A lot of people don't understand, might not agree. Hey, but I think the biggest problem in boxing was Floyd Mayweather, and what I explained to you is that Floyd Mayweather is like a double-edged sword. Floyd has done a lot for boxing, but I think he done just as much as bad. And a lot of people don't get that. I explained to them is because Floyd has made these young fighters so business-minded that I think for fighters today have forgotten about legacy and about fighting, actually fighting. Now today is more so fighters have become so business-minded that it's overshadowing them being consistent and actually getting out there and fighting and proving themselves. Like I remember watching boxing with my father back in the 90s and the 80s. As soon as they got done fighting some of the top contenders, they was consistently asking for the next guy. Hey, I want the next guy. Right after the fight, hey, I want the next guy. It was nothing like now guys is like they're not in tune with trying to compete with the elite guys. It's almost like now it's like we gotta wait for you to go home and decide. It's like what Earl Spence said, hey, we're going to the ranch and how much. So I think that a lot of that business savvy, I think is done much as bad as good. You're supposed to get your money and not let these white people take your money like they've been doing to Joe Louis, Sugar Ray Robinson. We see them do it to all these fighters. So it's good that they on top of their game, but at the same time, it's almost like now it's like these guys are businessmen and they're like basically sabotaging the fans from getting the good fights. So I think a lot of guys need to just sit down and say, fuck it. Hey, if you really that confident in yourself, go and make that fight. Even if you know you're worth $8 million, just go ahead and take that $5 million. If you're that confident, take the fight. It's just that simple. Dillian White been begging for Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder. Mm-hmm. He's been begging for them two guys forever. Okay, now he's talking about he don't want to fight because he can't get $10 million. Just get the $8 million. If you that good and you've been begging for fighting Tyson Fury, go ahead and take it then. Right. Just forget that $2 million. You've been begging for him, so you finally get it. Now you say you don't want to fight him because you're $2 million short. So that's all I got to say. I think guys just need to go ahead and just swallow their pride. You that confident? Hop in the ring. That's it.
Appreciate you, dog. Thank you.
I'm sorry, I was long-winded, brother, but hey, I had to get down, bro.
No, it's fine. Now you can sleep better. All right. Peace.
I appreciate it, bro.
Oh, it's all love. Appreciate you, dog. All right, peace.
All right, be easy.
All right, thank you, dog. All right, we got Alpha Male coming. We got a bunch of new guys coming in. What's up, man? Welcome to the show, man.
What's up, Fred? This is Chef Tank from Instagram.
Yeah. What's up?
Say, man, I just wanted to get on here and give you some props, man. The brother just said something about you being very well versed, and you seem to have, a high IQ in a lot of different subjects. And I know I've heard other channels may have some different opinions about things you say, but I like it because you're not looking from just a solid pro-black angle, just my opinion. Mm-hmm. You're also looking from an intelligent black angle also. It's not just, hey, ride for us no matter what. You're more of, now I'm gonna call my people out when I see some BS and I'm gonna hold them accountable also. I'm not just gonna give my folks a pass just because we the same color. Right. Because the situation with Sean Porter, I don't understand if it's an identity crisis. I ain't never tell his story before. I ain't even get it off to you. I don't believe I did when we spoke, but me and Sean had an altercation face to face in front of his daddy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, face to face in front of his daddy. I got everything before the altercation on Snapchat saved. Right now, it was my second time in Vegas. I went in. Mr. Porter called me in, invited me in, open arms. The two gentlemen I was with was at a bachelor party. I just met them. And they were like, man, do you know him? I said, dude, I never met Mr. Porter. I walked in, Hank Lundy was in the ring with Sean. He was in the ring with Sean, and the referee that refereed McGregor and Floyd, that
Joe
ref was
Cortez.
in it.
Joe
What's his
Cortez.
name? Yes,
Joe Cortez.
with the gray hair.
Yeah.
So they're in there sparring, and I told the two guys, I was like, y'all gotta put your phones down. It's just the rule when they sparring. So the sparring was over with. Sean is maybe 2 inches shorter than me. I'm 5'7". Sean walks up to me, and he has his chest is high. He has a high chest, and he straight up tells me, "What's your name?" I said, "Jeremy. It's my real name. I go by Tank." He looks at me and he says, "You look like the man that been on YouTube disrespecting my family." And I looked him dead in his eyes. I reached in my phone, grabbed my phone out of my pocket, and I see Kenny stepped up. He's right to the left of us. And I handed him my phone. I said, "I ain't cut from that kind of cloth." And I got my eyes real big, and I looked Sean head to toe. I wasn't trying to intimidate him. I was just letting him know, dude, I'm not going nowhere. I'm not afraid of you because you're a boxer. And the reason I'm telling you this story, you made a comment probably a few months ago. I think you said you do believe in self-defense. You don't fear no man. I'm going to speak my mind, and I'm a man at the end of the day. And that's really the energy I came with. And Sean immediately put his hands together, both hands, dropped his head and apologized to me. And then we chatted and we talked and everything. And I spoke to Hank. I asked a few questions to the referee about why he allowed McGregor to pat in the back of Floyd's head like that. And he told me it's because Floyd turned his back and Floyd was doing some stuff too. But as far as the identity crisis, man, that really bothers me when I see it's like he doesn't know who he is. The colors, the chains, and then to hear him ranting about boots. And I'm like, you haven't given him a chance. And whoever the brother said, dude, they said that about y'all coming up.
Yeah.
He really didn't have a response to it. But at the end of the day, Fred, keep up your hard work, man. I love your different angle on different things because it really makes individuals such as myself, and I know it does for other men. It really gives us a non-macho, non-highly testosterone, non-street outlook on boxing, because most time it's just very hostile, masculine, and I'm a masculine man myself, but you force us to use our brain and think.
Thank you.
So
Robert Byrd was the ref, the black, right? Black
Robert
guy.
Byrd. Okay.
Robert
Yeah.
Byrd.
And then Kenny and I spoke maybe 5 times.
Yeah.
The next 5 months.
Yeah, he's very personable. Kenny Ford is a personal guy. When you get him one-on-one, like if you don't know him, he walks with a scowl. But if you get to know him, he's pretty personable. Yeah.
Right. But that's my time, though, Fred. I was just popping up, man. Chat with you about that.
Thank you.
All right, later.
Yep. Peace. Yeah, man. Yeah. I mean, he's a talkative guy, but you just got to move like. I said, there's nothing you have I want. You know what I mean? I think the Porters look at stuff like, I gotta have it. He don't deserve it. I gotta have it. Like, no, man. Celebrate what he has. You know what I mean? And that's what it is. But yeah, man. Yeah, it's the most hate, man. You know what I mean? You got to celebrate people's success, man. It should inspire you. And I mean, sometimes you use it for motivation to make you want to be better, but to say someone don't deserve it, nah. 402, what's up?
Fred, Barber Cop, what's happening, bro?
Oh, that word fucked you up.
I know, man. I apologize, bro.
You the feds, you 911, you said
I
Barber Cop.
I said Barber Cop.
You said Bob like RoboCop, bro. Barber Cop, number 3.
Yeah. Hey, man,
what's
my
up?
Bad, bro.
You good? I know you.
Feels good.
Brown or clear? What you want?
Oh, neither one, man. Water, bro.
Oh man, you just fucked up then. What's up? What's up, man?
Damn, Fred, that's fucked up. But anyway, you owe me one. I had to take it.
All right,
that's all good.
What's up?
Hey, man, I want to ask you a good question, though.
Oh,
maybe you won't think it's so good.
What's up?
Now, because you was almost like the spark that got it going with Bud and Spence, right?
One of them.
When you told him, no, bro, you was the spark, bro.
Okay.
when you told him that Bomac said he was living check to check, is the same night he went up and took over the press conference, right?
Yeah, he was on Trill.
Right, he was on one.
He was on Trill Boxing Talk. I think Bomac was on Trill Boxing Talk, and I was in the Uber, and Earl and I Uber got to the hotel at the same time. How crazy was that? So yeah,
man, it was destined, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Now, anybody else's opinion or, I don't want to say stage arrangement of an interview or whatever, but that was organic and original, and it's what got everything started, right?
Yeah, that
Fred,
weekend.
Is you with me, bro?
Yeah, I was there. The reason why, because
I know, yeah.
The reason why
I'm
I'm delayed is because I rest on my right arm and the mic is on my left side, so I rest here, then I got to come back to the mic. You know what I mean? But
okay.
I'm
gonna try to watch you on video a little bit more, so you can give me the signal of when to shut up and when to talk. Go ahead.
No, but
you though, bro.
appreciate that. That weekend was big for that fight, huge, momentous, and Earl Spence got in the front of the mic. I forget what fight it was, but it was before the press conference.
Come on, bro. It was Porter and Garcia.
Oh, it was Porter Garcia fight? It was that fight? Okay. I didn't know. I don't remember.
Over, right?
Man, I done been to so many fights. I don't know.
Because you got it started.
Yeah, thank you for
that.
It
off, bro.
I'm glad you recognize that. And
oh man, it was important in the history. Go ahead, bro. Talk to me.
I appreciate it. And so that was before Sean Porter and Danny Garcia came out, right? Or was it after?
Yeah, you didn't even let him get to his room, though. You told him in the elevator.
Yeah, the elevator. Yeah. Oh, you talking about that part? Yeah. Because we got there at the same time, and I'm like, oh shit, Earl, what's up, dog? Because me and Earl got like this. I think me and Earl got a good journalist talent relationship. And I think I do a good job at humanizing Earl. Like as it pertains, or Earl does a great job at humanizing me. Your perspective. And
I say, man, you got a little imbalance towards EJ, but keep on talking, Fred.
Yeah, I like it. You know why I like EJ? Because I like his character.
You love EJ, man. Come on,
yeah, I do. Right. But I tell you one thing: if that nigga goes there and lays an egg against Ugas, I'm gonna tell that nigga he laid an egg now. So I'm not that guy, but I do give Earl preferential treatment. I would agree with that. I do agree with that now, but I'm still gonna tell him the truth now. Anyways. Where are we at with this conversation?
Well, hey, man, I'm loving it, man. It's a good time to tell everybody to subscribe, like, and share on all platforms.
Yeah. Thank you, man. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming back in.
Right, but now hold on. But here's the question I got for you.
Oh, that wasn't the question. No, you just got me hyped.
No, man. Well, that was just what they say.
The appetizer.
I said all that to
say appetizer.
To say
I should have said that. You would have fucked that word up too, huh?
Appetizer, man. I done had to eat. Come on, man. But anyway, man, hold on, bro. Look, I said all that to say this. Did you know that the Mikey Garcia fight was already signed, agreed to, or official? I appreciate you, bro.
Peace. I knew that fight was going to happen a year before it happened. I did videos on that. I really did videos on that. I knew where they was going with it, but I forget the time that I knew before it happened. But yeah, I knew a long time before that fight happened, because I did videos on it telling y'all that this fight is gonna happen, and that's where we're at. But yeah. Yeah, feel free to, you guys want the B-Man link? Yeah, man. What's up? Sean Porter hating got y'all hyped in the son of a bitch. What's up, man? Fix my language. Fix my language.
Up there somewhere.
Oh, well, the ceiling comes before the sky. What's up?
Damn, close to fucking now.
Oh, man, you cursing like a sailor, man. How was your day? We got to fix that cursing, because you a kid, man. And I can't have you cursing on the show, because I'm a man, and it's my job to inspire, encourage, and every 1,000 words and I don't know, make you do good or something. I don't know, but yeah,
something like
something like that. So you got to get a thesaurus and change your curse words.
Okay, fine.
All right, appreciate that. Appreciate that. What's up?
I need
What's up,
everybody
Blu-ray?
here to do me a favor.
What's up?
It's my brother's birthday.
So what you want me to do about it? I don't know your
I'm
brother.
gonna bring him out here, and I want everybody in chat, and I want you to tell him happy birthday to make his day.
It's funny how white people never ask black people. They just say, "Oh, I expect you to do this."
I said I want you.
Yeah, I know. I'm joking with you. I'm joking, man. But anyways, man, I will honor your sense of entitlement tonight. Don't worry about it. Come on, bring him on. How old is he? What's his name?
He's 15 today, and his name's Caden. Give me like 20 seconds.
Why you didn't have this ready? You gotta make me wait 20 seconds. Like I'm not that host that can filibust for 20 seconds, man. I'm joking, man. Go get Caden. Caden?
Yes.
All right.
Come here. So I'm gonna tell you happy birthday. Come here. Get your ass up.
He sleep, man. Let the man sleep. Man, he got homeroom in the morning. You don't know nothing about homeroom, man. He got 6 periods in homeroom tomorrow.
All right, he's here.
Happy birthday, man. Happy birthday, man. We appreciate you, man. Your brother is a huge asset to the show, man. He calls in every blue moon, and we appreciate you, man. Have a great day. Have a great evening, and hopefully you get everything you want. And if you don't get what you want, go in your mom's purse.
Hey, listen, man. He wouldn't even be here today if it wasn't for me. I decided to give up my TV time so he could do this.
Oh, that's love. Thank you, man. You're an awesome brother. You're an awesome brother, man. That's love. Happy birthday.
He ain't gotta tell me that. He makes sure I know that very well.
All right, for sure. Happy birthday.
Thank you, sir.
All right, appreciate it.
Man, you don't need to tell him happy birthday up in the chat, bro. I don't know what y'all doing, bro. I see one dude.
Yeah, Richard. Yeah, they tell you happy birthday, man, Jeremy. It's gonna come. Some people get it late. Some people 8 seconds behind. Yeah, man, we got love for the homie, man. We got love, but yeah, man. If you see
my mom and dad are here too now. Oh no, my dad's. Oh no, he's in the doorway.
Happy birthday, man. Well deserved. Happy 16th, 15th or 16th. He'll be 15. Yeah, well deserved, man. Yeah, you halfway to 30.
Thank you, though.
Oh, it's all love, man. It's all love. It's all love. Yeah, so you're getting a lot of happy birthdays, man. The call and response in the shop is amazing. Literally the call and response, and literally the call and response in the chat. We love you, Bryce, over here, man. We love you, man. We love you over here, man. You just got to make a football team and keep your girl and get great grades and honor your mom and dad. That's what you got to do. Simple stuff.
Shrugging her shoulders and bumping her chest.
Simple stuff you got to do. You ain't got to pay no bills. You don't pay no taxes. You don't pay no gas. When you pay for food, it's from your mom and daddy. So you got a good life, man. So.
And she's out.
Hey, man, but I think y'all got a show to handle.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, man, get out of here, Bryce. We appreciate you, man.
All right, thank you guys. I'll call in tomorrow.
All right, thanks, man. Appreciate you, man. Boxing and basketball, man. Boxing and basketball, man. What's up, man? I watched your interview with Carcino this morning. What's up? Your 30-minute interview.
Oh, man, which one, man? We had a few of them.
Oh, the one on the PBC.
Oh, yeah, man. Fred, let me tell you something, man.
Yes.
Man, we've been saying this for a while, man. You've been screaming it from the top of your lungs. When are people going to listen, man?
Man, I think when they have ears to hear, because boxing is so dominated by physical features that black people don't appreciate as a whole. So they're holding on to Al Heyman like Barack Obama, They're holding on to him like, oh, he gonna come through in the second term. Term. Oh, not the first year. No, the third year he gonna come through. He gonna save us. Right. The fourth year come. Oh, it's okay because his wife gonna run. Yeah, his wife gonna run. So they hanging on. They hanging on Al Heyman like he's hanging on to his hairline. Al Heyman is hanging on to that shit like a motherfucker, man. But what's up?
And listen, Freddie, and you said the same thing. When people start to realize their worth, realize they got a brand, people know better, they do better.
Mm-hmm.
And I was watching, what video was I watching? I was watching something. I went back and watched that you did a video I caught up on. I don't know if it was earlier or yesterday. Wasn't there one that you were breaking down something about? It was like a 360 deal or something he had going on.
Yeah, 360 deal, and even if it fails, he still owns them. He still owns his fighters because PBC is a content creating platform.
Right.
It's not the fighters. So even when this is all said and done, he's still gonna have his plethora of fighters, and they can't move without him. But they should form a coup, man. You know what I mean? They should really form a coup and demand that Al Heyman come through.
You're right. And I talked to a few fighters, right here in Houston, there's just a whole plethora of fighters.
Oh,
here.
yeah, you got a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know if I was at J Prince Boxing Gym. I was somewhere. And I was asked this a couple years ago. I said, man, why don't you sign to this promoter, that promoter? Man, we got to clear that through Al first. I'm like, Al's supposed to be y'all so-called advisor.
No, he's
why
a
do you have to, or manager, or whatever his title is? Why do y'all have to ask this man's permission to sign with the promotional company? I thought y'all keep talking about I'm my own boss. Mm-hmm. Y'all are not your own bosses. I don't know why y'all keep saying that. And another thing, Fred, I don't know if you ever watched Adrian Broner's interview. I watched something he did on Vlad TV. Did you see that one on Vlad TV?
No, I didn't know, but elaborate though.
And man, maybe it was like 6 months to a year ago. It's a while since he was on there. And there's something he kept saying. I'm like, man, Al Heyman's gonna light you up, Adrian. Adrian kept, and Vlad doesn't know too much about boxing, so Vlad is asking questions. And Vlad was like, "So did you make like?" I'm just throwing an example. Like, did you make like 1.2 million or 1. Whatever number he threw out there? He said, how did he say it? And I'm really paraphrasing it. He said, "Yeah, that's what the check said, but it's a word he worded it. He said it in a way Al Heyman paid me. Yeah, he paid me underneath it. No, that's what y'all saw. But under the table, it was way more than that. I'm like, man, you about to hem Al up for some tax evasion. You want to get IRS on you? And I was like, I can't believe you're saying this. And Fred, do you remember that fight that Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. somebody leaked a check or somebody leaked something?
Yeah, his girl. Remember? His girl had stole a check or something, and something.
Yeah, and I'm like, Al Heyman is doing all these shadies underneath the table deals. Like Al is hiding money from the IRS, but like, man, you're gonna get caught sooner or later. But like you said, Freddie, Al's no saint, but neither is the other guys, right? No, but it's just a thing that at least like Bob and the others, they don't always tell you what they're doing. But Al Heyman he's just so crafty and sneaky the way he does it. At least Bob will tell you to your face, yeah, Terrence, you ain't making me no money, so it is what it is. At least he had the guts to say it. Al is steady taking losses, but no, Tim Smith, nobody's going to come out and say it.
No. But the funny thing is Eddie Hearn says, "Oh, I'll sign him, but he got to take a pay cut." It's the same thing. See, people fall in love with how words make them feel.
Right.
But every promoter has said the same thing. Eddie Hearn, he got to take a pay cut. He don't bring the goods in. Tim Smith, we can't afford him. The fight don't make sense. It's not gonna make any money. Terrence Crawford, we can't pay him. Bob Arum, the house in Beverly Hills. I could have bought a house in Beverly Hills. So from those perspectives, he's every promoter thinks he's damaged goods. So,
but here's the thing, Fred.
Yes,
it is that they can pay him, but they know they're going to take a loss.
Yes.
There's no way you're going to pay Canelo 50 million, 30 million, 20 million, but you don't have money for Spence and Crawford. You got it. You just don't want to take the loss. You can pay them.
Yeah. Oh, he could pay him. He definitely could pay him. And I think PBC should have used that 50 million to reestablish who they are. Like they're losing their identity. But if you got $50 million,
right,
you can do a lot. That's like 10 fights.
Right.
That's like 8 to 10 fights that you can really you could spend like 2022 just getting the fans back, getting them back excited, and then come back with, maybe you bring Canelo in for a fight, but But now you got Deontay Wilder reestablished. You got Earl fighting on free TV. You got, but I don't get it, man, because they got to come up with a marketing team to get these sponsorships done. Like it ain't no sponsorships in PBC, and that's what he was banking on.
Right. And Fred, let me ask you, what do you think? And I'm trying to put myself as a PBC fighter. Do you know how crappy I feel, man? If I'm trying to fight and scrap for money, Manny Pacquiao comes along, you drop millions. Canelo comes along, drop millions. I'm like, I'm ride or die. I've been here since the beginning, and I can't even get $1 million. These guys come from a different network, and the money machine just comes out. How do you think they feel, man? Have any of them said anything?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're livid, but they can't speak out against Al. They can't speak out. Al has basically become Professor X per se. Like he controls their brain. Like he tells them when to and when not to use their powers. And I see it, man. It's so obvious, man. And I didn't see it because I gave him my blind faith in the beginning. So people say, "Oh, you used to love it." I did, but then I woke up and like, "Oh no, that shit ain't good. That shit ain't right," And I think that at the end of the day, these fighters are livid. How do you fight once a year at 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33?
Yeah.
You're not getting paid. Like any fan that applauds a PBC fighter fighting once a year, it ain't no saving that fan.
Right.
You know what I mean? It ain't because they think, "Oh man, that's awesome. You fight once." You don't love the sport enough.
Right.
So let them fans stay over there and he's right,
Fred, it's crazy. When you hear black fighters talk about white promoters or just white people that's over them or the bosses, whatever, they always talk about how, man, I'm not gonna let the white man this, white man that. But doesn't you think it hurts more when your own brother, your own black brother mistreats you?
Sure.
That's gotta sting more, man. And I'm like, why would y'all speak out against the white man, but y'all won't speak out against Al?
Yeah.
Black on black crime.
Yeah.
Like you said, they brainwashed. Brainwashed.
Yeah. On a certain level, they're brainwashed or locked into a deal that will harm them greatly. It is hurtful. It is hurtful because I thought Al was on the up and up. I ain't lying, man. I was like, man, Al was better than Bob. And me and Bob has actually joked about it off camera about that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And but I've never had the conversation with the mindset I have about Al. I've never had that conversation like in a full length conversation,
Right.
Because that's how me and Bob disagreed, was because I thought Al was good for boxing and he thought Al was terrible for boxing. But I think PBC is going to hell in a handbasket. Like it ain't no saving it now. Al got filthy rich. Ryan Caldwell, who is Al Heyman's boss, we'll call him partner, that assessed and navigated the funds to another holding company, which ended up being PBC via Waddell and Reed. And they got their money. Al and his partner got their money. So when you say where did $900 million go? Well, they're the fund managers. They're the boss. They can they can manage their own salaries at any time. They can pay themselves at any time. Oh, they could be a $1 transaction, and they can get paid $100,000 off a $1 transaction.
That's right.
So it ain't no saving. But yeah, I enjoyed that interview and that audio, man. Whoo, if that audio comes out, I'm not gonna spoil it. But if you drop that audio that you talked about in
which one?
Charlo?
Oh, hey, my boy just matter of fact, we just interviewed Mercedo Gesta tonight, and that's out now. But after it was over, I got the clip and I'm listening to Sam. It was a question about somebody asked, I think this was at the Caleb Plant Canelo fight.
Oh my God.
And somebody asked a question, what do you think about what's his name? Benavidez? What's the 168 pounder?
David Benavidez.
Yeah, David Benavidez. Yeah, David Benavidez versus Charlo. And he said, I'm paraphrasing, he said something about man, y'all better leave Benavidez alone. Them black fighters don't want that. Them black fighters better leave him alone. I was like, oh, I said, man, get me this full clip. He streamed it for me. I said, man, get me this clip as soon as you can.
Oh my God.
I was like, man, Sam. At least Sam kept it real.
Yeah, he keeping it a buck. Sam is great for keeping it a buck. And then you also, I'm not gonna ruin it, man. You drop it when you want to drop it, but you also said about the Canelo thing and the Charlo thing.
And listen, and I've heard, and I don't know if you heard this, Fred. And I didn't really touch on it much because it's kind of old news now. But I've been told by at least 2 or 3 sources that Errol Spence got dropped pretty hard.
I didn't.
Right
I watched
before
that.
the Sean Porter
I
fight.
watched that. I don't know that, but I'll ask him. I mean, he's obviously gonna say no, but
Yeah.
I haven't heard that.
And if it wasn't dropped, then he was kind of out on his feet. I mean, we're talking about sparring though. But I say that to say this, and it's not that Errol Spence isn't a great fighter, but I think that played a little bit into Sean giving him hell that night for 12 rounds.
Yeah, but yeah, and also Earl by his own admission, his lifestyle, and like he said, he was in a sauna for hours trying to lose 1 pound or something like that to make weight for for Sean Porter. Was it was it that fight or was it Danny? No, it was Sean Porter. He said it in our interview, and and so, but what I did like about, and maybe you will like this, is that I saw him on Jarvis, his sparring partner. Maybe you can ask him about what you heard. Jarvis, the comedian, he's like a comedian, YouTuber, Instagrammer, and he's a boxer as well. Earl's sparring partner. They were in a car together. They were in Earl's Ferrari, and Earl said, "I'm glad I don't drink." So that leads us to say that Earl has really made a 180 and prioritized boxing.
That's good.
And I would love to interview him about that, man, because I think it's important because we all have demons, and it's a beautiful thing when you can really say, "That's my demon. That's the demon I have," and then you grow from it. You become greater. And
now, Fred, I'm a little nervous for Errol. I mean, I really like Errol Spence as a fighter, man, but
that's fine.
I mean, I know he got over the car accident and he's getting in shape. He's doing what he needs to do, but I don't know if anybody can truly recover from a detached retina like that. And I know we got new doctors and new technology and this and that, but I'm just wondering that fight with you guys, will he keep that guard really high most of that fight? That'll cause him to be, he won't be trigger happy. Like he'll hold back.
Yeah. Those are great questions to have. Like, I think every boxing fan truly has questions about Earl. Like, I think if you're not your line, the only person that knows is his dad, Jordan, Earl, and Derek James. We don't know. Earl is a private person. He don't post videos of him sparring and working out and jumping rope and casting his personality on the internet. So I think if fans don't have questions, I think they're being disingenuous. I wouldn't call them liars, but if you was Earl, I'd be like, yeah, we have questions. We have questions. Are we rooting for you? Do we want you to succeed? Yes, but when the body goes through that much trauma and then you get a torn retina, if you were a stock, we would want to see how the stock did for 14 days after it opened before we purchase it. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's a fair question to have. I think it's fair.
Fred, right before I hopped on here, I had a friend of mine here in Houston. He said he watched some interview. Oh, he went and watched the PBC Al Heyman thing. He said he liked it, this and that. And he said, yeah, I've been saying that for a couple of years also. I'm glad people are just now listening about PBC. And he brought up a point that it didn't even click my mind. And he was like, Sean, you notice that all the Olympians or people went to Olympics, none of them are signing with PBC. Yeah, they're going with Probellum, Top Rank, The Zone. I'm like, man, I didn't think about it. Yeah, Al ain't scoop up no Olympians, did he?
No, he don't. I don't think he has intentions on staying. I really don't. I think he's going to do like the hodgepodge thing. Hey, Bob, you got any dates? You got any fighters? Hey, I can use him at the end of the day. Because the infrastructure just isn't there for PBC to sustain itself. Like, for example, you said you're in Houston and you went to Jay Prince gym. Al Heyman doesn't even have a gym.
Right.
He doesn't have an erect gym where fighters can say,
Right.
I'm gonna cut my costs.
Right.
Al has a fighter's house.
Mhm.
Al has a suite. He has 4 suites at the MGM that they give him because he has fights. I'm gonna go stay at the MGM suites, and I'm going to train at the PBC gym in Vegas. I get great sparring. Has great amenities. You know, I can train when I want. They don't even have that. Jay
Right.
Prince has a gym. Bob Arum has. I don't know what Eddie Hearn has in the UK, but that's part of it. Having that infrastructure and by PBC not signing fighters that are 0-0 leads me to believe that either he has a New York Yankees mindset, like where they get the free agents and just keep on living off of that, or they say, we out of here in 3 years. Anyway, we out of here, baby. That's what Jay-Z said. We out of here, baby. You know, or Kanye.
Right.
Yeah. So
you know what, Fred? If anybody paid attention, do you know when Al Heyman and them realized that? To me, I think when Al Heyman and them realized that they were burning through money too fast and too quick was when they first started off. Man, I don't know what they're doing, Fred. They got this big banner. They got the people's name. They coming down. They building these ramps. They come out and meet each other. Then they come down. All that stuff costs money to build all that stuff.
Right.
And then what? 6 months later, it went right away. I was like, man, this is costing way too much money.
Right.
And these sponsorships ain't coming in like I thought it was. Once I saw that, I said, I told you this business model is not going to sustain.
Yeah, I saw that, and I thought that what you thought, but I didn't think it would impact the business like that. I thought, oh, that was a terrible idea. You know what I mean? Like the referee cam. It
was. Well, I'm not saying. What I'm saying is that he realized that I'm burning so much money on this, and then I'm not getting a return on this. Like, let's just cut it. Let's cut it and go back to basic, because I can save an extra 50,000 per fight building all this out and labors and all that.
Yeah, just cut to the basics, man. Have the ring girl and the 2 great fighters in both corners, and let the talent do the work. You know, you got all the talent. Man, when PBC came out, they had and they were all going to the fight, so it was advantageous for me to go to all the PBC fights because, you know, you got 20 trainers, 20 managers, 20 fighters. Shit, I mean, as a YouTuber, you're like, man, this is gold. You know, Top Rank can't give you this. You know, so and Golden Boy can't give you nothing, you know. So
exactly.
You know, so so it was a win-win, and it was beautiful in the beginning, but now it's flat, man. Tony Harrison just tweeted, I'm about to get into the ring or something. I said, damn, finally.
Yeah.
It's been a year for him.
It has. Fred, I tell you what, man, and I was laughing at Carcino a while back when Tank, I forgot where Tank. It was somewhere in Atlanta. I don't know if the first time he fought in Atlanta. Man, Leonard Ellaby went off on me so bad on Twitter, man.
He did? What did he say?
Yeah, because I'm like, Leonard, that's when he was hyping up Tank, right? In Atlanta, we're going to have this celebrity. We're going to have this hip hop. We're going to have rap. We're going to have this. And I was like, Leonard, man, real boxing fans don't care about all that. We just want to see the guys fight. I don't want to see in between rounds Method Man rapping or, you know, little baby coming out. I just want to see a fight.
Right.
It's like you such and such a hater, blah blah blah. I'm like, not a hater. If I want to see that, I'll go to a hip hop concert. Right. I want to see boxing, man. And Fred, how many times have they tried to bring hip hop into boxing and it goes nowhere?
Yeah, I think
to me, it doesn't add no value.
Yeah,
you're spending more money.
Yeah, you give it more money. I think they should make it like events, like Don King did, like to build into it, like the Thursday, the Friday. Maybe you put on a concert.
Right, build up to it. I don't want to see in between rounds.
No,
that's what I'm trying to tell them. Or in between fights,
that's
build into it, like you said, have a day before.
That's stupid. I would like to see. I want to hear what the trainer's saying in between the rounds.
Exactly.
You know, I want to hear if I like the commentator. I want to hear what the commentator is saying, you know, but I don't want to hear no Method Man in between rounds. You know, I like the DJ glaring in the background and that type of thing, you know, but I don't want to hear that shit. Hell no, that's stupid. That's dumb.
And Fred, I like what you said the other day when I was watching you, and I've been saying this about Floyd Mayweather being so petty. He always does stuff like that when you talk about the basketball event. Do you know after Floyd retired, how many times you can go back on Twitter and when you have a superstar fighting, Floyd is always going to drop something petty just to take away from that fight. Like every time a fighter has to fight, he does something petty on Twitter. I'm like, dude, you just
he's a
that
petty
man.
guy.
Or is that you or somebody said it's an addiction, man?
Yeah,
he has addiction to
I'm
fame.
sure I'm not the
He
only
can't
one.
live without it. Yeah,
I'm sure I'm not the only one, but I mean, for him to be a co-owner of PBC and put on an event the same time,
yeah,
that means you're taking media and fans away, and you're not adding credibility to what you say you own. You got to be ringside. You're Floyd Mayweather. Like, regardless of what I feel about you, there's people in Iowa that just watch the fight to see you sitting in ringside. Like, they have this weird obsession with celebrity. So, I mean, it's just sad to see it move like that. It don't make sense. Like, even if you are mad at Al,
yeah,
you got to do your part on Saturday night, man. You got to do in your home city. The only place you've ever fought, you know, I mean, basically, you know, as we know you today, and you do that to Al. Like, I mean, that definitely affirms that it's smoke in the city, and but and it also let me know that Floyd's name is not as popping as it once was, because the stands wasn't packed.
Right.
You know, like it was like, you know, but he had a lot of celebrities there, but those celebrities should have been at the Keith Thurman fight.
Absolutely.
You know, so it is what it is.
Absolutely. All right, listen, Fred, I ain't gonna keep you long, man. I just want to tell you,
appreciate
man, keep doing your thing, man.
I will.
I keep checking in as much as I can, man. And listen, y'all, once again, support Fred, man. Check out the 9 Wise, man, and keep supporting my brother, man, and just keep telling the truth, man.
I will. I got to. And boxing and basketball, man. Go subscribe to Boxing and Basketball, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. We take care, brother.
Appreciate you, dog.
All right.
One. Yeah, man. That was so petty, but I wouldn't even waste my time and do that shit. You know what I mean? Like, I would get him another way. But I mean, but that's Floyd, though. Floyd gonna be Floyd. Floyd gonna be Floyd. And Errol Spence, April 16th. You're right. You're right, Carl Brown. And I'm excited for that fight. I think I may want to go to that fight. It just depends on where I'm at with production on my next project. But I'm gonna say this to Errol Spence fans, and me being one. It's okay, and this is me speaking. It's okay to have questions. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with saying Earl had an eye injury and had a car accident, and he said he was 70% against Danny Garcia. It's okay, because you're human, right? We're all mortal. So it's not like I'm a god and Errol Spence is not a god, right? Where he's mortal and I'm not. No, we all go through this shit together. So because we're all human, it's okay to have questions. Like, I want to see how he performs when he gets hit. I want to see how he responds when Ugas throws a 3-punch combination. I want to see his timing. I want to see if he boxes on his feet. I want to see whatever key you're looking for. It's okay. It's okay. Because I know that's going to be a big question for the next. Now that the fight is announced, I know we gonna say that at least the over under for that is 700 times. I got questions about Earl. You're preaching to the choir. You know what I mean? And I want to see Earl. Do I want him to dominate? Sure. I want to see Spence Crawford. I want that fight. Period. I've never been to a super fight. Cotto Floyd, is that a super fight? No. I think this will be the first super fight I've ever been to. Like a generational. Floyd Manning, not so much. But I think this would be a super fight. This would be a super fight. Terrence and Earl, it's a super fight. It's one of them fights where you go to the barbershop, people gonna ask who gonna win. Simple. And that's important. But yeah, I'll say that to say that. I think that I think Earl's gonna win in a competitive fight. 8-4, 7-5, somewhere in there. If Earl drops Ugas, ooh shit. If he drops him, but I have it 8-4, somewhere in there. Earl is gonna finish the round stronger. Earl is a cleaner puncher than Ugas. Earl is more fluid with his punching. So, but Ugas is just relentless. He's definitely relentless. You don't see it lasting long? Okay. I'm with you. I want to party with you. But if Earl is watching, I want to tell that man the truth to keep him on his toes. I'm not gonna sit here and say Ugas isn't a worthy opponent. Shit, Ugas coming in. Ugas trying to change his life even more. Ugas ain't going away, y'all. I'm gonna say that now. Ugas ain't going away. Ugas want it. Ugas want it bad. Bad. He ain't doing that 50-50 dance for nothing. And I respect that that's the one thing I do respect about Ugas is that he want it bad. When I say bad, his girl want it bad. Oh man, them together, they want it. They want it, man. They want it. We gonna see. So April 16th. And they already got the questions answered. Oh no, it's gonna be. I don't know it's not gonna be that. What's up, man? Thursday, we on and popping. What's up, man?
It's all good, man. Man, I passed out last night, man. I wanted to. I don't want to go off topic, man. I was wanting to stay on top, but I really wanted to talk about the subject matter you had last night. But you're on the Spence Ugas fight tonight, right?
Yeah, but we can go any way you want to go.
Oh, well, yeah, man. Yeah, I definitely wanted to talk about that. I think that you were talking to was it TV or was it KB? I think it was TV.
Okay.
And you was telling him that it may have been KB. You were telling him that those audio. No, it was Max. It was Max.
Okay.
Yeah, those audios were like 4 or 5 years old of Joe Rogan. Yeah. The thing is, man, is that
I'm glad you brought that up. I want to talk about that tonight. Go ahead.
Yeah. The thing is that nobody called him out when that was done, and when that was said, rather, and and he even had brothers on his platform, even after he had said those things, and nobody called him out. Now, what what surprised me is that all these brothers putting on the cape, you know what I'm saying, to take up for him. Where was all these people, to support Nick Cannon when they made him apologize for what he was and for what he was right in what he said. He had to apologize for being right. Um, the thing is that I can and I was watching. You know what? Because I had said that no one had called him out, but I take that back because Tariq Nasheed was actually the only media personality that I had actually heard call him out back then when he was saying that stuff. One of the issues that Tariq had with Joe Rogan was that he would give these alt-right cats, a platform, and he had an issue with that, Um, but what he was saying was, something said in the context of because Joe Rogan is a comedian, but he was saying that something said in the context of comedy, you know what I'm saying, can be overlooked. I mean, Dave Chappelle says controversial stuff, you know what I'm saying, in a comedic, setting, but that apes thing was not in a comedic type setting, and the thing is that, white people are quick to, and I want you to think about this, white people are quick to call us apes, when it's really projecting is what it is. Because if you pay close attention, you know, 10 ape, he has thin lips and fine hair. So the ape actually looks more like them than us. You know, but they quick to project that on us. You know, but one of the things that I think is happening is that not only are they attacking him with that, but you know, one of the things that and you mentioned it earlier today about the control. His views on the C-19 agenda, you know, is different. He actually had a Harvard medical doctor, you know, that was on his platform talking about it, you know, and giving his views, you know, and saying there's no reason for, you know, the amount of people to be dying from that. So because it's against the agenda, you know, they want to attack that. I don't really think they care much about the N word and the things that he said. They don't really care about that. The fact is that he has 11 million people listening to him. And you don't want people asking logical questions, you know what I'm saying, about the narrative that's being placed on the masses,
Right.
you know, concerning C-19, because they have to keep that agenda going. So you can't have people asking logical questions, and because of the platform that he has and as many people as he reach, that's a threat.
You're right. You're right. And I was gonna say this. I thought this today. I thought about it more. I still have a strong stance against not against, but about Joe Rogan, because I'm not gonna get out here and protest against I'm just not gonna do that.
Right.
But similar to Donald Trump and Twitter, when people was like, get him off of Twitter, get him off of Twitter. That's not the solution, because it affects us. It impacts us. Spotify is a private. Spotify is not a government company. They can do what they want with their company. One, and two, I don't want people to take Joe Rogan's free speech away, because it's going to trickle down to us. It's like when people say tax the rich, when Democrats say tax the rich, tax the rich. Well, your job at Hertz Rent-A-Car, your job at Apple, your job at whatever it is, if you have a boss, they're wealthy, right? Maybe wealthy. You can't tax the wealthy because it falls on the employee, you know?
Right.
But these Democrat talking points trick us. You know what I mean? It tricks us. I don't agree with Joe with especially that shit about the movie theater. Disgusting. I don't want to take his free speech away. Because then guess what? Then it comes down to the YouTube. And now we can't say what we want to say. You know, I want to be able to respond to him the way I want to respond to him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you're from NDRE to you and me in the barbershop, you know, I think it's that important. So I want to live in a world where I know who you are. And I can deal with that, you know.
Right. Yeah, that's I prefer that as well. You know, also you know, everybody made a fuss, you know, about Trump, but I appreciated the bluntness. You know what I'm saying? You know, you don't have to smile in my face. You know what I'm saying? And be who you are. You know, I know who you are, so I know how to deal with it.
Right.
You know, and he you know, and he exposed a lot of white Americans for, you know, their mindset. You know, and because he got off cold a few times. You know.
Yeah, he did.
And, you know. So yeah, I appreciated that, you know, because it like you said, it lets you know who you was dealing with, and you know how to deal with that, as opposed to
right.
Face.
And how we impact them is pull out subscriptions. If you disagree with Spotify, pull in your subscription. Don't click on them.
Right.
And move on with your life. You know, I don't have my subscriptions with boxing because I just disagree with them. So I kept my $6.99, my $10.99, whatever it is. And that's because at the end of the day, I think Americans, it's not no black thing. I think Americans enjoy their level of comfort. You know, they still want to go home and watch Power. Black on black crime is at an all-time high. Shit, I'm still about to watch BMF. Shit.
Right.
Me and my 12-year-old son about to watch BMF. You know what I mean? Shit,
Right. You know, you mentioned something yesterday, the hatred that we have toward each other.
Oh, it hurt my heart.
I thought about that when you were talking about was it Farmer? That got shot.
Thurman?
No, Farmer that got shot. What's Farmer's first name? Boxer.
Tevin Farmer?
Oh,
Robert Easter.
Robert Easter. I'm sorry, I'm tripping. Yeah, Robert Easter that got shot.
Awful.
And you know, one of the things that it made me think about, you know, besides other things, was remember when the brothers was calling out Terry Crews for letting that white boy fill all on his nuts and everything. You know, he had all this energy for how he was gonna slap DL Hughley and a couple other brothers that was calling him out, but he had none of that energy for the white boy that's filling all of his nuts. You know? So you know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's just the conditioning, man, that's been done to us, man. It's just, man, you know.
Yeah, we're definitely conditioned.
Yeah, that self hatred, man. It's something, you know.
And it takes time to disarm myself. Like I use me as the example, like how I've disbanded myself of like social doctrines, like, and it's still I still have, because I mean, there's still room for growth. The biggest room in the house is the room for improvement. So I'm still learning and getting better. But I like how like the democratic social doctrines, how I've gotten to this point at 44 years old. I didn't have this mindset at 24. You know what I mean? 26, 28, maybe. You know, I was all in on Obama. Shit. What? All in, you know? And you wake up and you learn, you know?
Yeah, that's very true, man. I think that what's happening is that a lot of black people are waking up, and the Democrats know that, because a lot of black people are the mindset is different, and they're asking for real tangibles and not just symbolic bullshit. You know, there's still a lot of us who, you know, who aren't awake and will, you know, make all kind of excuses and you know, continue to, you know, support that nonsense. But you know, they know, you know, and this is one of the reasons why they press that immigration voting, because they know that the immigrants that they bring in is going to replace us, because they know they're losing our vote.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Because that.
I'm so curious about this national election. I'm interested to see how people I follow, and I'm interested to see how they've grown in the last 4 years. Like I want to listen to people talk. Like, I'm gonna give them one more chance.
Yeah.
You know, Trump is a racist.
Yeah. What was this? Was this a bill that Biden was going to sign about the crack pipes?
Well, it's a piece of a bill. It's a $30 million initiative that gives crackheads pipes because they want to decrease diseases and limit needles. Yeah.
Wow.
It's all over the internet, man. They got the initiatives. It's all over the internet. Yeah, I
I'm
read it earlier.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go and read it, man. I want to, you know, I want to hear how these loyal Democrats are gonna justify this. I want to hear it.
Yeah, shit. $30 million on crack pipes?
That's crazy.
That's a lot of crack pipes.
Yeah.
They cost 1 cent to make in China.
Damn.
Imagine how much does a crack pipe cost in China? 1.5 cents?
Probably. Come on, man. Probably, man. But yeah, I just wanted to speak on that. Also, man, I thought that was really cool the knowledge that you gave to the young kid, Bryce.
Oh yeah, about the N
You
word.
know,
It's
when you
important.
was talking to him for about 30 minutes. That was really cool. Salute to you on that, man.
Oh, that's love, man.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Mhm.
That was definitely cool, man.
Yeah, he's our surrogate son. He's all of our sons, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, Christ, you know. Yeah.
Right, right. And that's the thing, just being able to affect the mindset.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Because
Yeah, it's easy to repair a child than a broken man, right?
exactly.
Isn't that
Didn't
what
Frederick
Frederick
Douglass
W
say
said?
that?
Frederick
Yeah,
Douglass. Yeah.
yeah. Frederick Douglass said that. Sure is, and that's true. That's a true
Mhm.
statement. You know. On this fight, man, that's going to be announced. It's going to be at the AT&T Stadium.
That's fun. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So,
I know you'll be there and your daughters. I know
yeah,
y'all going.
yeah. Definitely
Uh-huh.
gonna be there for that, man.
Uh-huh.
I was talking to one of the brothers on Instagram, and they were asking who all was going to the fight. One thing about you, and you've been in that stadium. One thing about that stadium is that you're hypnotized by that jumbotron. You know what I'm saying? So
A beautiful stadium, bro.
you'll pay over $200 for a seat, and then sit there and look at the jumbotron.
It's like wow when you go in
Right.
there. For real. It's like wow.
Yeah, you can't help but look at it. It's hypnotizing, you know?
It is. It is
Yeah,
hypnotizing. It definitely is. I agree.
yeah. Is that KB?
Hmm.
Yeah. Was that KB, man, you were talking to, and he
Yeah.
kind of said some things.
Talking about the hood.
Yeah, was that KB?
Mhm.
Yeah, man. It kind of bothered me a little bit because I kind of took it as if, like, I got out, now you get out,
Mhm.
and I think, I mean, I get what he's saying, but I think we need to change that mindset, man. We need to understand that, you know a lot of people in that environment don't want to be in that environment. You know what I'm saying? So I
Yeah.
think we need to get more into, how they're going into, how this gentrification is happening all over
Right.
the
Right.
U.S. We need to understand that, you know, the first thing we want is to get out when our mindset needs to be, to get enough capital to be able to go back into the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? And buy up certain areas because they're just like you grew up in that environment. There's another kid, you
Right.
know what I'm saying, that
Another
that needs a chance. It could be an opportunity to pluck him out. You know what I'm saying? So, I get what he's saying, about the fact that, he's not uh he doesn't fear anybody else doing anything to him when he leaves out his house. I mean, I differ on that because all it can take is a cop to pull you over with an attitude or a bad day, and that can change
right.
your life.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? So, um, but I think we need to get back more to that. We need to get into that mindset, man, and understand what this gentrification is, what they're doing, with this gentrification, because it's happening all over the U.S. and we need to buy these communities up, man, and reach out to young brothers and sisters who need a chance. I'm affiliated with a brother in Chicago who right now that I send money to, and every now and then I get the chance to go to Chicago. I
So
I go to check on him, and he has a program, you know, that he does in Chicago, and he's saying that these kids, man, if they know that somebody is counting on them, it changes their whole mentality because they know somebody's counting. You know what I'm saying?
mhm.
It changes their whole mentality.
Mm.
So I mean, I get what KB is saying, man, but we got to get in that mindset, man, of being able to put ourselves in an opportunity where we can reach back. you know,
Right.
and grab a couple people out of that situation, because everybody that lives there doesn't want to be there. You know,
Right.
you have to understand, you know, that those ghettos were for a reason.
Right.
So, but yeah, that's all I would say to the brother. But you know, I mean, I get what he's saying.
Oh, you're right. You making sense. What's the
Yeah.
name of the program in Chicago? Do you remember?
Man, I'm drawing a blank. Brother over it is Derek Rollison. And he actually, it's a trip because when I was in high school, he actually used to come to the high school, and he was doing it was kind of an outreach type program where he would come to the high school, and it started where, you know, we would all gather and would have like it was like a Christian outreach type deal. And we would sit and, you know, just talk about the Bible and things of that sort, and what was going on in our lives, you know. And this was someone that was a young adult. We were teenagers. He was a young adult. He was reaching out to us. You know what I'm saying? And it gave us someone to talk to when, you know, when things were going on that you couldn't, you know, talk to your parents or whatever, you know. Anyway, I stayed in touch with this brother, you know, and I watched him, you know, become a grandfather, you know, and I'm close to his kids, and I have money, and when I send money to his program, you know, because I know that he's got the boots on the ground. He's trying to help, you know, a lot of these young brothers and sisters that are still, you know, in that environment. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But you got the episode, right?
Thursday, we rock and roll. I would play it tomorrow. We got Ricardo Williams coming in tomorrow, so we rocking and rolling Thursday. Oh yeah, oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
That's
You
what's
and
up.
Kyle gonna have a great time.
Yeah, that's what's up. Cool. All right, man.
We got you.
All right, my brother.
No, it's
I'm gonna
all
lay it down, man, because I got to get up
I
in a
know.
few.
I see it in your eyes.
Yeah, most definitely, man. Salute to you, my brother. I'm out.
Appreciate you, God.
Right now.
KB, these Democrats got us black folks fooled, man. Where Kyle at? Kyle, what you about to steal a car? What you about to do? In the meantime, between time, we got KP. What's up, man?
Yo, can you hear me, Fred?
Yeah, we hear you well, man. What's popping, man?
Nothing, man. Salute to Champion Hart, man. He had us all waiting for him to get done. Man, he took a long time. Damn. Hey, Champion Hart was on the run on the joint. I understand what he's saying, and he was telling Kevin about, you know, going back in and buying the stuff up. I mean, we try to do that as much as possible, but when you see incidents like the Robert Easter incident, the Nipsey Hussle incident, the people that's trying to do the hood right?
Mm-hmm.
Like Robert Easter opened a restaurant not that long ago or something like that.
Yeah.
Nipsey Hussle had a whole strip mall. I mean, at the end of the day, bro, everybody's gonna make their individual choice about that. I'm not gonna put that pressure on the next man to do that. And I'm watching my brothers get killed in a strip mall that they built by their people. Like, we the only one that got this sick psychosis running around in our community. And then after the psychosis that we have, you still have these level of expectations on other people to go back and do the same thing that somebody else was trying to do. And then criticize them people for not doing it. Nah, man, I'm not doing that, bro. I'm not doing that to no other black man. He got a choice. If he choose not to deal with it, that's his choice. He don't have to die in that, bro. He don't have to die in that. Nah. There's a chance that Robert Easter could have been dead just by being around there with them, getting shot multiple times. We keep seeing it every week. Every week they're showing us a new rapper that gets shot. Every 2 or 3 weeks, a new rapper gets shot. A rapper you ain't even heard of. More likely than not, he getting shot in his sleep. So like I'm off that, man. Like, we could try to, even if we came together and said, okay, we're gonna do a conglomerate to buy up this many houses. We buy up this many houses. What stops the behavior from the people that produce the people that continue to do the same thing? Nothing stops that behavior because you incentivize it by giving them low income housing.
Yeah.
Like,
It's funny how both perspectives make you think, you know, but it's just interesting. It's just interesting. It's interesting. Yeah. That low end. I've never thought about it from that perspective, but you're right.
It doesn't, man. There's always going to be somebody at the bottom of America.
Yeah.
The only way you rise to the top is if people in groups make their way to the top. The problem with us is that primarily the men think one way as far as keeping their money and thinking more. Don't take this as a talking point, guys in the chat. Don't take this as Democrat and Republican, but most black men are conservative financially, and most black women are liberal financially. That's the opposing views. And primarily they pander to the women and with so many social programs to give them free stuff that they accept. And the men reject the free stuff because they rather go get it on their own than be handicapped by somebody telling them what they can and can't do. It's two different mentalities that's at play. And as you see these mentalities play out, they pander only to the women in our community, and the men's votes don't even matter to them. So they pander to the women and get the women all on one side. Hey, we're going to give you this judge. Hey, we're going to give you this governor. Hey, we're going to give you this mayor. They give you all these symbols and put these people in their position, and then the women lose their mind for the symbols. And the symbols get nothing done, though. They just keep on with the same process of getting nothing done. And then the people go back and vote in 2 more years at midterm. And then they promise you something else when the next 2 years come around that you never get. And now people are going back trying to get voting rights and all this goofy shit. Like, I don't see why people don't get this. But hey, what he's not telling you to do is vote one way. What he's telling you to do is think about voting. And then you still arguing, fussing, fighting with this man because he's telling you to think outside of the way that your mama told you to vote for 20 years.
Right.
Because your mama the one that told you to. I'm gonna say this, Fred, and this is gonna hurt some dudes' feelings in the chat. But this is the truth. I'm gonna tell you this, and I learned this recently because I watched people die. In the black community, grandma is God. Everybody goes to grandma's house for Christmas, Thanksgiving, all of that. And this would be even said if grandpa was still alive. But being that grandpa usually died before grandma, everybody takes everything in the black community as if anything that comes from grandma is like words from God. And if she dies, it's like God died. I've watched this effect on black people for a long time. Because I've officiated funerals myself. And I see how people act when grandma died. Man, it's a heavy thing on black people, and people don't really realize it until you really see it in action. But if you really think about it, most of these movies that depict us in a certain manner, you see the men yield all the way to the women all the time. Only us, black people. Everybody else, men is out front taking charge. Only us in today's day and age, we yield all our power to the women and then expect everything to be all right. I'm just asking to analyze it and observe it. You guys don't got to agree or disagree in the chat, but I'm just asking you to analyze and observe. Same thing Fred is asking you to do before you vote. Analyze and observe.
Yeah.
But if you don't want to analyze and observe, you don't want to be skeptical and you want to just spend your money and give people your money and say, hey, it's going to be all right. I'm going to just give them my money. Everything going to be okay. You's a fool. And they going to play you. I was having an argument with a dude last week telling me he going to buy Thurman versus Barrios as a pay-per-view. I said, dude, you basically supporting them screwing you over for the Spence and Crawford fight.
Yeah.
Because if you pay for that fight, that's basically them telling you that Thurman versus Porter and Thurman versus Garcia wasn't pay-per-view, right? But Thurman and Barrios is in an economic downturn where they were just cutting people free checks. You can't, man, people are stupid, man. I ain't nothing I can tell them, man.
Right.
If you buying Thurman versus Barrios, you damn sure gonna buy Crawford versus anybody, you gonna
Right.
buy anything. They can sell you anything, bro. Any dream they can sell you, and you'll buy it. But that's the people we doing. That's the people we got. But I'm gonna let it off, man, and I'm gonna let somebody else get in, man. And I'm just listening.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you coming back, man. It's been over a year since you've been.
Hey, dude in the back chat said he want to bounce something off me. I'm gonna just sit here.
Okay, yeah, I got him. Oh, okay, good. Go ahead.
Salute, man. Salute, Fred. Salute, Cal. And KP, salute to you too, man. You know, just wanted to hop on and excuse me. I love the conversation right now because this is a conversation that a lot of people are nervous to have in the community. You know what I'm saying? Because when you do have this community, or excuse me, when you do have this conversation, you get a lot of hate off of feeling that the Democrats or whoever, you know what I'm saying, as far as political parties go, are not doing what's best for you. And it's been, Fred, I've been watching your channel for a while, and I love to see when you get out there and like, hey, yeah, I bought this building and it ain't no graffiti on the building right now. We done cleaned this alley up. We didn't ask for the government help to do it. Hell, the government wasn't going to help you anyways. You know what I'm saying? So I love to see that because at this point in time where we're at, we have to do for ourselves. And I think that that's the biggest problem with the politics that goes on today. With politics that goes on today is so much of relying on the government. You can't rely on the government, and in my personal opinion, the smaller the government, the better the people can do. The more individual businesses and individuals taking responsibility for their communities, that's when you start to build real, or that's when you start to see real progress, when you have those at the lower levels, because even the city council is not getting involved in youth sports, right? I'm involved in youth sports. I coach basketball, football. I love to coach kids. And when I say I coach them, I'm talking about from age 5 to 12, somewhere in there. Those are the individuals that I love to work with because that's when I can really make an impression and say, hey man, you know, and a lot of them who are playing those sports, especially black kids, they don't have their fathers there that's supporting them. A lot of times when I'm dealing with those kids, after practice, I'm talking to mothers, which is a great thing because you definitely want the mothers involved. But I know when my son plays sports, I'm either coaching, and I realize I can't even coach this dude because me and him gonna bump heads. But at the same time, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be talking to the coaches simply because I want to make sure that my agenda aligns up with their agenda. And when I say agenda, I'm not talking about anything political. I'm talking about what we teaching our kids. You feel me? And so the thing I'm looking at now is that if we're not bringing the awareness to the kids that, hey, we're not relying on anybody. We're going to make it happen ourselves. If we're not bringing that to the kids now, then we're setting ourselves up for failure because at some point in time, regardless of how much people want to say the government can do for you, at some point in time, you got to do for yourself. When you're doing for yourself and not relying on the government, then you're in a much better situation than you will be ever relying on the government. The government gonna give you the bare minimum, right? They're gonna give you enough to survive, but they're not gonna give you enough where you can succeed and overachieve. And so for our kids now to succeed and overachieve, it has to come from those at the bottom level, the coaches of the world, the fathers of the world, the mothers of the world, the teachers, you know what I mean? And it's crazy to me that everybody I just named gonna get paid less, even though they have more impact on children's lives. They're gonna be paid damn near twice as less as the politicians are gonna be paid. And so it goes back also into why I say boxing politicians. I say boxing politicians because I want to put them in the same arena with our current everyday modern politicians. Our current everyday modern politicians, at the end of the day, they're not worried about their constituents. Well, not all. I'm not going to say all. but the majority aren't worried about their constituents. They worried about their bottom line. Ain't no way you could tell me that you could go and when the economy for the crash, before everybody knows it's for the crash, you go in and you able to pull your money out of certain stocks and then reinvest your money into those same stocks and make triple what you would have made. It ain't no way you can tell me there ain't no nonsense going on there. And so I say all that to say, at the end of the day, it comes down to the individual in the community. We got to stop looking for everybody else to help. No. You need to help. Where you stay, talk to your neighbor. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, I love to coach. So I coach basketball. I coach football. And when I'm able to talk to the kids and then get their perspective, because I usually get their perspective before I get the parents' perspective. And then when I do get the parents' perspective, I can kind of understand, okay, I can see where the kids are coming from. It's basically what they've learned and grew up on. And I'm not always trying to change that, but at the same time, I'm trying to open their mind to a new way of thinking so that they can go out and be self-sufficient and productive without having to rely on anybody, you know what I'm saying, making them entrepreneurs. And one thing that me and my cousin, I have a college degree. My cousin is a truck driver. One thing, me and him, and we're 6 months apart, you know what I'm saying? So we grew up with each other. We spent the night, we did everything with each other. And so when me and him have different conversations, one thing that he always points out to me is people don't have crafts now. A craft is almost looked down upon, right? Whereas when you have a craft, you're able to, you have something that nobody can take from you. Wow. And they can't take it from you, then they can't, as a corporate individual myself at this moment, I've been in multiple situations where I know that I'm more qualified for the position, but I didn't get the position. That's okay. I'm not blaming racism. I'm not blaming none of that. All I'm saying is I put my business in somebody else's hands. That's on me. You know what I'm saying? So what I want to teach y'all is take control of what you got going on. If you want to go lay bricks, go lay bricks. That's okay. You know what I'm saying? And I think that we miss that in the community now. And I think it has to be a lot of us out here now stepping out saying, bro, it's okay to be a truck driver. It's okay to be a mason. It's okay to be a carpenter. That's a good profession. You know what I mean? You're able to sustain, and 9 times out of 10, you're able to start a business for yourself because you have the qualifications and the know-how as to how. You may not have the business know-how at a young age, but you do have the actual skill know-how to move into your own business. And yeah, of course, that's why I always say, when I can talk to those individuals, I love it. I love talking to the 17-year-olds, 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds, 20-year-olds. I'm 33. I always say I'm young, but I'm old at the same time, because in my generation, when we were coming up, the first thing they told you was you need to go to college. That's what you need to do, go to college. I went to college. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mad at going to college. I had a good time there, but I had more of a good time than I learned, if that makes sense. And so I learned some good things, able to go get a corporate job, but then I get into this corporate job and guess what I realized? It's still controlled by somebody else. I got to get outside of that now and figure out how I can control my own destiny versus letting somebody else control it. And so I just think that we have to instill in the younger generation, hey, if you have a craft, a craft is not a bad thing to have. Going to trade school is not negative. Being a welder is not a bad thing. You can be very efficient and very effective and very profitable doing that. It's just that everything now has become, oh, you need to go to college. You need to go to college. No, everybody doesn't need to go to college. That's not true. And I feel like we have to get out there as individuals in the community. It can't be at the state level. It can't be at the federal level. It has to be at the local level where you make change. And that's my goal, at least, is to be out and talking to the younger generation now and saying, hey, you have other options outside of going to file a loan. You know what I'm saying? You picking up $50,000-$60,000 in loans at a small school. At a big school, you picking up $200,000 worth of loans. You don't need to do that. What you need to do is go find you a trade, start to make you some money, and then build you a business off of that trade. That would be much more productive than you going to college. And I'm not against college. I'm not against it. But at the same time, it's not for everybody. And we can't push it on everybody. And I think that's one of the things that's starting to be pushed on a lot of individuals that have other skill sets that could be very successful and build their own. And so I think that's one of the major things we need to be pushing.
I agree. Trades are important. And it's a great economical decision too, going to trade school, as opposed to going to a 4-year institution and then you still got to wait on another institution to give you a job. You know what I mean? So it's all relative. Yeah. So, yeah. And Champion Hart said it best: when you treat people with respect and honor the community, people in the community will do the same. Yeah.
And Fred, I know you, like I said, I watch a lot of your other videos, and man, when you were talking about how, hey, we went and removed this refrigerator that somebody didn't throw, we went and got these tires out of there. It ain't what we wanted at, you know what I'm saying? It ain't what we wanted, but at the same time, we making progress.
Making progress.
That's a great thing. That's a great thing to see, because it's not just you making progress, it's the community making progress. Because yeah, you can go and call somebody in every other week to get that stuff out of there, but if everybody in the community keep bringing it there, all you're gonna be doing is getting rid of their trash.
Right.
Versus saying, hey man, we both sharing this space. And one thing I also think, because we haven't had that outreach, those individuals who are reaching out to the less than community, those individuals who don't have everything and have to struggle and have to find a way, you know what I'm saying? Which I would never talk down on them. They finding a way to survive. That's the name of the game. At the end of the day, you got to make sure you surviving out here, but at the same time, you want to be prospering. And so now that I'm surviving, what do I need to be teaching the younger generation to make sure they're not in my shoes, that they're not out here just surviving, that they're prospering, thriving, being able to start their own. And I don't think that's talked about enough in the Black community. And Fred, I give you a lot of credit because you talk about it. Oh, yeah. And hey, salute to you for that.
Oh, that's love. I appreciate it. Any final word, KP? You want to respond to that?
Nah, man. He said a lot. He kind of touched on that was kind of in there with the chat, man. The chat just be having me fun and laughing. Man. I'm just sitting back. It'd be funny. I'll be people that be in the chat, man. Why don't y'all come up sometime and express your thoughts? Y'all type a lot. I mean, damn, what you scared of? You ain't got to show your face. Damn.
Hey, but you know what they're scared of? They can't. What they say they can't stand on. A lot of what they say is just off of trolling, off of emotion. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, you got to be able to stand on and speak on any questions y'all ever have for me as far as what I've said. I don't have a problem responding to it. And so I don't think everybody want that. A lot of people on YouTube these days, man, they here just to talk. And so that's why I always got to say, man, I support everything Fred's saying, because bro, he talking real stuff. Like, yeah, you got to get it out of, and Fred, man, I was listening and I didn't know this when you were saying, you know, I was a teacher, you know what I'm saying? I think I've probably been following the channel now for 6 months, maybe. But you were saying, hey, I was the head of I was the number one teacher. You know what I'm saying? I done got my awards, but I was the first in. I was the last in, so I was the first out.
Yeah.
It's the same thing at my job. And for me, the good thing for me is I got a lot of people retiring at my job. I'm younger in my position, so you know what I'm saying. I'm not the first out, but a lot of my employees, because it's union based, a lot of the best employees that I have end up being the first employees that they looking to fire. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, bro, you can't let these people go because I got one person on my team, and I'm not calling no names, nothing like that, but I got one person on my team who may be 43, a T5, which is a leader in the organization as far as the occupational go, and then I got another person on my team who's 75, who damn near can't log in without me helping them on a daily basis. And when they do log in, they end up on FMLA. I'm not blaming anybody. I'm not saying nothing negative about anybody. But what I am saying is as a business person, I'm gonna look at that and say, okay, who's more effective? Who's providing more to the bottom line? And it's gonna be the individual who's the T5. But when it comes down to it, because of the union, what's going to happen? And I'm not against unions. I don't want anybody to think that. I'm not. I think unions can be a very good thing if utilized correctly. But at the same time, there's no way I'm going to let my T5 go over somebody who's barely producing. In my mind, that's the dumbest thing ever. But that's what's going to happen when it comes to layoffs at my job. And so just looking at it, it doesn't make sense. And I think we have to start putting ourselves in situations where it's more about business than feelings or anything else. Once we do that, I think we could be much more successful and build a lot more with each other. And so that's that. Those are my thoughts on it.
No, you're making great points. And we're gonna end on that note. I gotta go see my writing coach. we gonna let Kyle get in on it. And but y'all go ahead to say y'all last words, and then we'll
salute, man. We
got Ricardo Williams coming in tomorrow though, so that'll be dope.
Hey man, Fred, salute to you. Salute to Kyle. Kyle, I'm on. I didn't jump in last night. We were talking health last night, but I'm jumping in tonight if I can.
Come on, man. The doors are always open, man. You know what I'm saying?
The door was open last night. I just was tired as hell, but I was listening. So I ain't gonna lie to you. I got a little bit of energy. I had to take an extra nap today, but I'm definitely jumping in on the boxing section. Fred, salute to you. KP, salute to you, because I think me and you came to understanding in the background. So, and salute to everybody who support, everybody who's out here who showing love. I ain't got to agree with you, but at the same time, appreciate y'all showing love. So, Fred, salute, man, and I'm out.
All the time. Appreciate you. KP.
All right, salute, man. Kyle, you going live? So I'll check you out when you go live.
Absolutely.
You
know we're going live tonight, man.
You've been off for a few days, boy. I'll let you later, Kyle.
Most definitely.
What's up, Kyle?
Fred, man, good to see you, man. What's going on?
Good to see you, man. I'm glad you made it home safe. Glad you made it
man,
home.
Listen, I got this they got the interview tomorrow for this little promotion. So hopefully everything goes well. That's why I had to get a haircut quick.
Hopefully it bodes well for you, man. You know, that'd be awesome. Everyone out here is wishing you well.
I'm gonna have weak ass. What'd you say, Fred?
I said everyone in here is definitely wishing you well.
For sure, man. I'm about to get some weak ass off days, but it's gonna be a dollar or two more on the check.
Important. So no, that's important. That's important. Keep building, keep growing, and then branch out on your own. And you're like, ha ha, you know.
It's coming, man.
It's coming. Definitely coming.
I gotta put more work in as it pertains to that movie too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you heard your boy Sean Porter?
Yeah, we talked about it.
That's why I don't like that fucking guy, man. See, this is exactly why I don't like that fucking guy, man. Now you just when you was fighting, you didn't want nothing to do with him. You said, "Oh, I ain't fighting him." Blah blah blah. Blah. Now he overrated.
Oh, let me tell you. From the death of Jerron Boots Ennis, he responded. I love it. Thank you, Donnie, for sending this to me. Boots has responded, and we got 2 minutes. Boots has responded. I heard you, Sean Porter said I was overrated. You was just saying I'm ready and too much for these guys. LOL. And you said you won't fight me, but keep that same energy though. If I'm so overrated, come out of retirement and fight me. Now people retire and I'm overrated. Now people retired. I'm telling you, Sean is gonna be the most disliked guy in boxing. It's coming. It's coming because he thinks disrespect equals going viral. You know what I mean? He think like, I got to say the most polarizing thing. I got to go viral. Well, you're going viral, Sean. You're going viral. Deontay Wilder probably doesn't respect you. Earl Spence probably doesn't respect you. And definitely Jerron Boots Ennis. But more importantly, the boxing fans don't respect you because every fighter goes through what Jerron Ennis is going through. No one is immune to this because this is how they run the business of boxing. You know, they run you up to 15-0, and then you get that old champion, and then you beat him up, and then you may get one or two more, and then you get on the co-main event of a big fight, and then you get your first main event in your hometown to sell tickets, and then you just keep moving up the escalator. That's what.
Unless you're white and your name is Vasily Lomachenko.
Yeah, not unless you're Vasily Lomachenko. Outside of Vasily Lomachenko, that's typically how it goes. You know, so Sean is being extremely disingenuous.
Oh man, I don't like that fucking guy, man.
I said, man, the dude had on 2 chains Saturday. He's confused. How the hell you say, praise God? God is my savior. Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior. You got 2 chains on. You look like a buffoon, and you vehemently like go over the line in terms of disrespect. You know what I mean? But nah, Jerron Ennis ain't over. Is far from overrated. You know, can you hold your opinion on him? Sure, he hasn't fought anyone in the top 10 yet. So yeah, you can. But
yeah, that ain't his fault. Shit.
Yeah, he's passed the eye test though. I mean, I say that.
Hey, Fred.
Yes.
Wasn't Sean Porter in the top 10?
Yeah, before he retired.
Huh?
Tell him to ask his daddy to fight him. That's what we should do. That's tomorrow's show.
Man.
Tell your daddy to get permission from your daddy to fight Jerron Ennis.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Hey, listen.
Uh-huh.
You know what? Matter of fact, go across the street and ask your daddy, can you buy a goddamn sandwich?
Man,
I'm sure his daddy didn't approve that outfit that he bought from Danny Garcia.
Well, he had to get the money from somewhere. Man, that
Can't
shit.
Stand that fucking guy, man.
Man, he's I think that God shit is a
hoax, man.
It's a hoax. It's a hoax. That God is fake, man. It's totally fake. Dude. Because he's trying to fit in. I'm gonna buy here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna buy Danny Garcia's outfit and I'm gonna put 2 chains on. The man said 2 years ago he didn't even know what Louis Vuitton was in an interview. I saw it with my own eyes. He didn't know what Louis Vuitton was. Now he got 2 chains on. You know, hurry up and come back so we can get out of here. And so yeah, next year this time, Sean won't even be getting no one-on-one interviews, man. I mean, he gonna get the young kids. You know, he'll get the young fighters because they look up to him on some level. But the experienced fighter, you can't disrespect Jerron Boots Ennis and not have the fans respond to you that way. You know, it's just pathetic. What's up, Kyle?
You know what he gonna do?
No.
Oh, I didn't mean nothing by that.
I didn't mean he said that with Wilder.
He always
He's the most apologetic world champion in the history of modern day boxing. Stop apologizing. I don't apologize for what I say because I'm cognizant of the pros and the cons of it. His phone is dying, so we got one more time and then we're getting out of there. But I don't say crazy shit that don't come untrue. You know, I mean, that's just egregious. Jerron Boots Ennis is overrated. How you say that and you're a 2-time world champion? How you say that and you say you're afraid to fight him? He's afraid to fight him, but he's overrated. Sean Porter is afraid of Boots Ennis, but he's overrated. Make that make sense. You're afraid to fight him, but he's overrated. All right, Kyle, we getting out of here. What's up?
Yeah, they keep calling me, man. They kept calling me to come in early and shit.
Oh, okay. All right, well, we're going to get out of here on time so you can go in early.
For sure. Now, listen, I'm gonna get. I know you gotta go. I gotta say this though. The motherfucker always apologizes when a motherfucker comes to his doorstep with some shit. He always start apologizing and shit. He did that shit with Deontay Wilder. He did that shit with Earl Spence. He did that shit with who else he did that shit with, bro? When it was like Derek James. Remember that shit?
Derek James, yeah, he's the worst trainer ever, or something like that.
Yeah.
He's an overrated trainer. The man got two unified, undisputed champions. Two unified champions, though. I don't give a fuck if you think. You know how hard that shit is to do?
Talking about
for real.
They would have been good either way. Shut the fuck up.
Not Jamel. I'll tell you that. I think Derek James has done an extraordinary job with Jamel. I think Jamel is not really a good boxer. I think he's a great athlete. I think he understands how to compete, but I don't think he's like, I don't think he's like.
Derek James is the only reason why we ain't threw him in the trash all the way yet.
No, he's in the trash. He's in the trash all the way.
No. This is what I'm saying, Fred.
Well,
I'm talking about I really.
Oh, to me,
you ain't threw him in the trash like that, Fred. I'm talking about
I don't promote him.
No. But you ain't threw him in the trash though. You didn't Kenny Porter. Sean Porter him, dog.
But he. I think that that's the writing coach. So
you said what?
1 second.
Well, shit, man. Let's get Fred up out of here, man.
Yeah, I gotta go.
You got some writing to do.
Yeah.
Fred, in the words of the great philosopher DB, Fred Draw. Play the song, Fred.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you guys, and hopefully you guys appreciate all the work I'm doing for this project, man. And I brought in all the big guns to help me. All the big guns I know. You know what I mean? And I got some greatness helping me write this script. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. It is what it is, man. Peoples Hernandez in here as soon as we drop. Brent Jones, appreciate you. Q Lee, man. Harmon, appreciate you, man. Mamba, I can't wait to hear what people got to say tomorrow about Sean Porter, man. Sean Porter need to be canceled, dog. I mean, I'm just gonna keep it a buck. Brent Jones, brother Cole. I don't mean canceled as in like, I'm talking like the respect factor. He can say what he want to say, but he wants to be Tim Bradley. Tim Bradley might be his idol, man. Q Lee, Mamba, what's up, man? Brother Cole, Rutledge, Real Rare, Q Lee, G Style, KB, Mamba, No Cap, no Cap, Show, what's up, man?
You know the difference between him and Timothy Bradley, though?
Struggle boxing, what's up?
Timothy Bradley never said, "Oh, I respect everybody," and then disrespect everybody. Tim Bradley just came out disrespecting niggas, man. You know what I mean?
Rodney War Eagle, right? Damn Eagle, excuse me. Brent Jones, G Style, Trap Lord. You know it's love, Champion Heart. Adolfo, thank you, dog. Man, you found a new home, huh? What's up, Don? And Unique Don. We got Don Jenkins and Unique Don. Appreciate you. Patricia Shelton, thank you. Thank you.
The Caribbean Pineapple Bowls tomorrow.
Love is the word. It's Thursday because we have who's coming in tomorrow? Why am I drawing the blank right? Ricardo Williams. Yeah. I can't wait to hear his story.
Shit, he need to learn how to make a pineapple bowl too. Shit.
Yeah. It's more fun when it's just us, though. Yeah, I mean, not unless we have a return guest. That'll be cool. But Sakura, thank you, dog. I appreciate y'all, man. Mark West, it's Club 57. All right, Rob G, what's up?
Personal statement, run the game like I'm aces. Learn to develop patience, determined to be the greatest. Yeah, bobbing and weaving, they changing up like the seasons. Indigenous to the grind, so I do it for all my people. Jabbing the competition, at the predicament rope. She fighting for recognition. I'm fighting just to promote equality where we lack it. While cancer slowing our road, I'm confident we'll make it. We focus on common goals. Yeah.
Give back, give love, giving something away. Never give up, stand tall to fight another day. 2 toes, 2 feet, I stand on the ground. I'm going. Hey, so Fred,
what's up?
You want to go to the Earl Spence fight?
I want to. I want to.
Hey, listen, I'm probably gonna work like at 216s on my days off, just so it don't interfere with the house shit. So I gotta go, man. You know what I mean?
No, why go? All right, love y'all, man. And you got things you gotta take care of. All right, love y'all, man. Holla at y'all tomorrow, man.